Welcome back. I was just thinking about how hard it was for me to make my Fursonas, so I decided I'd make a video on things I learned while I was designing them. In the past, I'd had a lot of different Sonas, but none of them really stuck the way that my current ones do. I figured that I'd make something to show how I design my character and hopefully help other people design their characters too. I feel like picking a species is one of the most, if not the most, important part of a design. Most people like to pick their favorite animal, or an animal that's easy for them to draw. A lot of people, also including myself, combine two species together. When coming up with Gale's design, all I did was pick for him to be a cat, then decided that it would be a little too basic, so I added wings and horns, and turned him into like a dragon cat. Combining or Frankensteining designs is really fun, and I feel like combining two or more species does make the character more recognizable. If you want to use a simple wolf or cat or dog, that's completely up to you. I feel like colors are just as important as the species in a character. Coming up with colors is really hard for me, but this tip from this quiz video really helped me. I'll be using Gale as an example again. I picked a base color, which is blue in my case, then I added a darker and lighter variant, then I added green and purple to contrast. A lot of people like picking their favorite color for their designs, but I didn't do that. My favorite color isn't actually blue, despite all my socials having a blue theme. My favorite color is green. Green is just harder to work with than blue in my opinion. Keep in mind that blue is a very common color in character designs and is the most common favorite color in the world. I'm not saying that you can't be unique by having a blue character, but reds or greens might be more recognizable if that's what you really want, but in the end, the colors are just completely up to you. One problem that I had when making Gale's original design is that I was always forgetting details. He originally had dark blue under his eyes, but I always forgot to add them when I drew them. So I decided to simplify his design. Drawing your character should be fun, so make it so that you have a design that you can just doodle without having to constantly look at references. I have other things to say about this topic, but it mostly ties into the redesign section, so I'll get to that. Redesigning is completely fine for your character. Like I said in the simple design section of the video, if your character seems too complicated, you can redesign it to make it easier to draw. Gale has gone through a few redesigns, like making his tail more fun to draw, changing his eye color, adding his right ear back, and a few other things. Another reason for redesigning is if you're just not attached to your character anymore. You might feel like your character isn't fun, or you're just unhappy with the design. Honestly, you can redesign your character whenever you feel like it. You don't even really need a good reason. Accessories are an optional thing to do, but I feel like most people choose to add accessories to their characters anyways. I give Gale a collar and gloves and occasionally a hoodie. Adding accessories can make the character more fun to draw, and give it more of a personality. With my character Onyx, he has a more grungy style. Gale wears more casual stuff, also just wears anything comfortable. Accessory just really shows what the personality or the lore of the character is. And it also can be tied to the redesign section, where if you're not having fun with the design anymore, then you can just add more accessories to give it a little bit more personality and make it more fun to draw. Speaking of lore, I think that it's a cool thing to do to help you get attached to your character. A lot of characters that I'm attached to, but they aren't even my Sonas, have a lot of lore that make me enjoy drawing them more. Personally, my Sonas are all just me, so they don't have much lore. So lore is just completely optional, but it can help you get more attached to your character, unless you're already attached and don't need any lore, which is also completely fine. A lot of people, including myself, have multiple Sonas. This is nice for if you want each of them to have a different purpose, or if you get tired of drawing one of them. I have 3 Sonas, Gale, Osa, and Onyx. I really like all of them, and I didn't want to have to choose one to be my Sona, so I just went with all 3. Having multiple Sonas can be fun, like drawing them interacting with each other, and it can also prevent burnout if you're having trouble drawing one of them, or if you get tired of drawing one of them. Reusing an old character as a Sona is something that I have seen a couple of times. Some people like making characters a lot, and they don't even have the intention of making a Sona. I know a few people who have characters in the past who were just random characters, and were just intended to trade or sell, but then they get attached and turn them into a Sona. I made my Sonas with the intention of them representing me, but not everybody does. If you're having trouble coming up with a Sona, try looking at old characters and redesigning them. So those are all of my Fursona design tips. If any of these are helpful, feel free to leave a like or a comment, or maybe subscribe, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I hope that these were helpful. Yeah, bye.